Hey guys, welcome back to Tell Me Everything with Lanz, episode 58, and welcome to my new studio!
Ta-da!
Woo! Guys, I'm so excited because now I can be more consistent. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, we've fallen off the bandwagon.
Always 2 months hiatus, but we're back because the studio is done and look how girly it looks. I'll invite all my followers here. Actually, I can't fit you all in here, but it's really cute. It's
very girly.
It's very girly. Guys, today I'm so excited about this guest because the topics we have to discuss, I've been dying to have someone like you on my podcast.
Okay.
So, yeah. Gabrielle Taylor, also known as Gabi. I already asked her, I'm like, can I call you Gabi? She didn't respond, so like, I'm not sure if we're okay. We'll get there by the end of the episode. She's like, call me Gabi. Gabi's a content creator, tech entrepreneur, and model. She is the CEO, boss-ass woman of Stubbed, an AI-powered content creation platform that redefines the way we create content. She started her career in content creation, made the transition to full CEO, badass woman, and today we're going to discuss your journey to Stubbed, what happened before. I'm so excited what your inspiration was and everything. So, Gabi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
exciting.
Thanks for being here. I'm so excited.
I'm very jealous as well of the whole setup.
Are you?
I'm currently traveling around in hotels and I don't have one consistent home. So my YouTube videos are currently like, no lights.
Oh my God. Come in here and create any content you want. By the way, you know where I live.
I don't know if you'd like that. Just walking around your house naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta meet the dollar bills.
So, Gabi, let's start off with how you entered the content creation realm. What was that first video like? Where did you pop the idea? Tell us everything. Literally tell me everything.
Tell me everything.
Literally tell
We'd
me.
probably hear from maybe 365 days if I was going to tell you everything about my life, honestly. Honestly, I have never known anything else other than content creation. I tried to have a normal job. I actually, when I was 18, went to university to study children's nursing and social work. But at the same time as doing that, I was actually doing promo work on the side and modelling on the side. And then the money started coming in from that. And I was like, I'm not doing nursing anymore.
You're like, I have a new passion in life.
Which I do. Yes. I've always been a dancer, a performer. I was, done beauty pageants since I was a kid, was Miss Manchester, competed in Miss England, had a very good commercial modelling background. And then I really luckily landed on some good jobs for Monster Energy. I toured around the world with them as a fire performer. I worked as a ring card girl for Sky Sports, for Channel 4, for some big, huge brands, travelled around the world doing that as well. And then I just kind of fell into making YouTube videos by doing YouTube videos for somebody else. Mm-hmm. And they did all the production. And then I was like, I can kind of take this in my own direction. And then also luckily met my ex-boyfriend.
I can't wait to talk about dating with you.
Yeah.
So excited. I love talking about dating.
He was a YouTuber, a very famous YouTuber. I won't name names. A very famous YouTuber.
Have to tell me after.
And he taught me everything. He taught me, how to go viral. Consistency is the key. About creating a character on camera, how to do titles, how to do thumbnails, how to do everything.
Oh my God, wow.
Dated him for a year, learned everything, grew my socials off the back of his socials. And then broke up with him, and then my socials actually got deleted, That's what happens sometimes in this game.
Oh my God, your account?
Yeah, $250,000 gone.
Stop.
Yeah, I had to start again.
Oh my gosh.
But still had my YouTube running in the background. And then just started creating content, grew a very, very big following, and then did OnlyFans, YouTube, Instagram, all that.
So what do you owe your success to? Because I know you were just telling, before we started recording, you were saying consistency is key.
Is the key.
Is it also diversity of content, or do you feel like if you're known for a certain type of, if a fashion influencer, we know that she's going to post her probably get ready with me morning videos and tell us how, what she's dressing for the day.
Yeah, I definitely think that the way to, this is in my opinion, the way to make money and build an audience is find your niche audience and go with it. Mm-hmm. Mine is funnily enough, people guys predominantly, that like tights and they like stockings and they like nylons and they like, women's legs and they love high heels. So that's what I've based my whole career around. And because I've stuck to that niche and thought of as many video ideas as I possibly can within that niche, that's what's helped me succeed. I feel like if I went off one day and just decided to do, I don't know, random how to renovate a house. It's never going to do well unless I'm wearing high heels and I've got my arse out at the end of the day. Like,
you're like, and this is how we renovate a house.
If you want to go back to day dot, you can do that. You can do that. But I did try it in the fitness industry because I'm actually a personal trainer as well, and I did well and I started to slowly grow. But it's so hard. It's so hard in the fitness industry because it is very saturated.
Yeah, exactly, and extremely competitive, and all of that. Okay, so subs. Now let's talk about subs.
Okay.
So what year did you start like your YouTube or social media journey?
Oh my God.
Content creation journey.
Honestly, I started shooting for other people's YouTubes like probably 2015 or something.
Oh, so you were like the early adopters.
Early adopters to YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't my channel, it was someone else's channel that I was like the face of. And then decided to make my own YouTube channel and create my own brand.
Okay, so what then, from all the experience with OnlyFans, YouTube, what kind of inspired you to start Stubbed? Like, where was that inspiration? Where did it come from?
So the reason why I created Stubbed is because I've firsthand experienced all the challenges that come with this industry. There's so many, and that's basically why Stubbed was born. So as a content creator, so many challenges in this industry, but all the way from, users, subscribers asking to pay via cryptocurrency to come onto your platform and not being able to facilitate that on the leading content creation platforms, all the way through to managers, third-party agents actually taking anywhere from 50 to 70% of that creator's revenue. So platforms like OnlyFans or, there's loads of them out there, they take 20%, but then after that, the creator gets 80%. Because of the technology that's available and it's not, AI driven like ours is, a manager will come in and they will interact with fans on your behalf. They'll upsell content on your behalf. They'll create you a to-do list of what to do that week, what custom videos have been requested.
They so you don't have ownership.
You don't have ownership. Yeah, that's the problem. So you're giving a massive percentage of your revenue away. And then the horror stories come in, someone else has control over your account and they're posting another content creator without your permission. They're saying things to fans that you would never say in a million years without your permission. So that's where really Subbed comes in and solves a lot of problems. So you as a real content creator have your very own AI personal assistant. It takes on your personality and it does all of the manual time-intensive things, and it aims to decrease workload and increase your revenue. So it handles fan interactions, it handles your custom requests that week. It just is like a little personal assistant, but AI, and you're not giving a percentage of your revenue away. But the main thing here is that we're not trying to take away from the managers because we know that they are needed in this industry. Sometimes content creators do need a little kick to get out of bed, a little WhatsApp
100%.
message.
I mean, I needed you to come on to restart my podcast after 2 months, so I can relate to that 100%.
But all we're trying to do is say, okay, maybe don't take 70% of the revenue. Maybe just take 10 or 20%, leave the content creator to do more work and have AI help you out as a manager and the content creator out and make them have a fair return and, really own the content.
What kind of content creators well, first of all, I just want to say I love Stubbed and I love what it's doing. I think its mission and vision
is really
what we need in this content creator. Even like podcasting, I consider a content creation platform, you know, because you have to write the outline, you have to bring the guests. These clips will be viral on TikTok and Instagram.
Hopefully.
And and I've seen the struggle of like, I was on TikTok in COVID, like that's when I downloaded the app.
Yeah.
And like I like grew to like 20K followers, but then you have to be consistent. I have like a daytime job, so like it was hard, but it only rewards you. So with Stubbed, is it kind of like that where it's like a rewarding platform that the more content you produce, the more rewarded that you will get as a content creator?
I suppose it's how hard you work. I mean, in platform, we do have discovery features.
Okay.
But it's like anything. It's like the amount of work that you put in, the more of a fan base you're going to build and the more you're going to be able to monetize from that. But we do support content creators as well. We're really aiming to give back to the content creators by providing them with photo shoots every month, providing them with collaboration days. So I just had a podcast then with Sam Kamani. And I was saying to him, like, imagine as a podcaster, if we as Subbed said to you, okay, I'm going to pay for a content house today, and there's going to be 9 other podcasters there, and they're all going to be within your niche, and you can all get on each other's Instagram stories, you can all network, you can all share your followers. So we want to give back to the content creation industry and help empower them all with each other, you know, just as long as you use Subbed. That's the aim of the game. But
that's amazing.
It's a massive reward.
It is, and we don't really have, like, I mean, I don't really have seen a platform, especially in this region, to be honest, where you're actually putting people in contact with together.
No.
Like, we have these international podcasts that happen once a year.
Yeah.
And it was like a week ago. But besides that, we don't know who's in the same. I mean, I guess maybe in the West there is a little bit more of that, but here definitely not. Definitely not in this region.
I think in the West it's more the content creators ourselves. We have to organize them, and then we have to then charge the other girls, and then they have to send me money via PayPal, or it gets really confusing. Or the managers will arrange it, but then they'll take money from the girl just to come on that trip. So what we're doing is giving back to the community, empowering them, you know, come on our content day, have these amazing pictures with these incredible international photographers. It's all for free, and pop that on your socials, tag us, and then bring your audience over to Subbed. So
that's amazing. How have you, so when did you create Subbed?
So it's probably been about a 9-month journey so far.
9 months? Yeah,
and we've built the full platform, the AI technology. We've made a lot of connections. So our CTO is the ex-CTO of some huge international companies. And we somebody said the other day, you've jumped ahead by about 2 years by just onboarding him, having him on the team because of his expertise. He really is at the cutting edge of AI technology right now. So he has really helped me and the team out with everything.
Where do you see the longer term strategy for Subbed? Like, it's been only 9 months, which is like the duration of a pregnancy, by the way. Like, how do you see like the longer term vision?
Yeah. So I think the short-term vision obviously is to onboard all the content creators, but the long-term vision is really to foster that relationship with them and help everybody grow and succeed in this industry. I haven't even touched on loads of the points to do with Subbed, but helping other content creators grow, develop relationships with other content creators, and, you know, bringing more ownership to our content. There's an aspect of the real creator content creation side where you can create a video. And if you don't know anything about Web3 or the Web3 world, you can create a video and you can have subbed keys that access this video. So a big problem in my industry is content leaks. Is pictures, videos.
Yeah, that would make sense,
getting leaked everywhere.
Yeah.
So the way that we're going to help fight this and give back to the content creators is by a content creator might make a video, 10-minute video, and you could mint 100 keys. And these keys are NFTs. And the only person that can access the video and watch the video is the key holder.
Wow.
And then when that person's done with the video, instead of normally they would leak it, they would sell it on, they would share it. What they can do is sell it in platform on an NFT marketplace, and both the creator and the user makes money off it. The creator makes a royalty from the resale of that key. So it helps to fight content leaks, because then the person's not just going to go and give it away for free when they can go and make money on it on platform and resell the key on. So it's another way of giving back to the content creators and really bringing the blockchain technology into Subbed and being like, hey, look what you can do with blockchain. We can own our own content. We can resell it on again.
So would you say then your target audience of content creators, because there's two kind of ideas here. There's the content creators and you have the viewers, right? So there's kind of two target audiences. Are you kind of tackling more of the Web 2 in terms of the audience, and then content creators are more Web 3? Or are you kind of trying to bridge the Web 2, Web 3?
Yeah, so that's something I'm extremely passionate about, is that I want to bridge the Web 2 users over to being a Web 3 user. So bring them onto platform and show them, you know, what crypto. So when you come onto the platform, a user can onboard's a technical term, can pay via fiat, so credit card, debit card, but they can also pay via stable coin. So they can pay by USDT, they can pay by ETH, they can pay by Bitcoin. So there's two options for people to come in. And then once they're on platform, we have our in-house token as well that you can use on platform to get special features, special benefits for the user on platform. But yeah, it is my passion to really drive that Web 2 user to being a Web 3 user.
I can tell, even when I asked the question, your eyes lit up. You're like, I didn't think you were gonna ask me this thing you were asking. like, do you think, I mean, I feel this way, that with subs, you're kind of breaking that stereotype of like, what is web? I mean, I also can like say like
Love it.
a couple years ago, I was like, what is web? Now I'm like, oh my God, no, it's actually not that complicated to understand. Do you think like through sub, maybe even indirectly, you're kind of already breaking that stereotype? Like,
exactly,
not that complicated?
Yeah, exactly. There's millions of users that will come on and use the platform. And even if we can make a small dent and bring some of those over to Web3, you know, it's a success. It's the world is going that way. The world is going into a decentralized era, I think, for sure.
100%.
Too much of our things are shared.
Oh my God, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Okay, so
there is a whole, by the way, side of the website that we've not even talked about yet. Oh, okay. The AI creator. I don't know if you knew about this.
I didn't know about the AI creator. Okay, can you actually let's take a step back. Could you tell us the different maybe verticals within the subbed? So we have the content creators, we have the NFT mining, so what are the other kind of verticals?
So there's the real content creators like myself. We will always be around. We'll always, you know, be doing Instagram, be doing TikTok, you know, be making money, be hustling.
Yeah, be hustling, yes.
Selling videos, you know, giving that interaction with our fan base. And then we just want the real creator like myself, we want to empower them more to own their own content, to tokenize their content, to introduce tokenizing content to the normal Web2 creator and show them all the benefits that they can get from tokenizing content. But then on the other side of the site, anybody, this is the real exciting bit, anybody in the whole world, as long as you're over 18, can come and can KYC.
Will be put on the bottom of the screen so I don't get caught out after. No one comes after me.
Can come onto the platform and can become an AI creator, an AI influencer. So exciting. So you would come, if it was you, Lana, you would come on and you would create your own character. You could change the ears, the eyes, the hair color, the skin color, you know, the body type, everything. You could give your content creator an accent. You would tell the AI what you want the personality to be like, where they're from, and you would create a whole persona. And then from there on the site, you would generate images for social media that you could then use on Instagram, on X, and then you would build a fan base, and then you would bring them onto Subbed, and that's where you would upsell them exclusive content, how to make your own podcast in 7 days, for instance, or like, you know, anything you want to upsell them. I had a brainwave the other night when I was in bed, and I was like, imagine doing this with a travel blogger that doesn't want to put their face on the front of the travel blogging. They know so much about the world, the best spots to go. They generate pictures on Subbed for social media, and it's, you know, whoever you want your person to be.
Yeah.
And then you bring them on and you upsell them a travel plan. The best 10 things to do in Milan, you know, under $50, and you make a whole schedule for them. So that's how you could create a face, you know, do whatever you want to do, viral videos, bring them on, and then just, you know, upsell whatever you want to upsell.
So then for the AI part of the platform, would it be, so you create this avatar, and so the avatar would kind of be like the front-facing content creator for audiences.
For whatever brand you had. There's a lot of people, especially in the Web3 KOL space, that don't want to put the face to that. So it's just an opportunity to put a face to a brand. And also, you know, you could build one of these AI content creators. I'm sure you've seen them all over Instagram.
Yes,
AI content creators up to be earning 5K, 10K on Subbed. And then once you've built it up, you can actually then sell it on platform. So because it's tokenized, you could sell it as a whole, or you could sell parts of it off. Think about people that invest in, you know, property. They might buy a $1 million property for like a 5% yield, or when you could just build this up and you could sell it as a fully functioning business. Or you could just keep it as your own little AI creator that you're just making a side hustle, you know, money from.
No, because content creation, I know it's a lot of people's like bread and butter, and that's like what they do for a living. But like for me, for example, and I know a lot of my friends, like we're kind of like these micro influencers, content creators. It's our side hustle, and we love it so much, even though it might be not the thing that I do from a 9-to-5 job. You know where I work, but 9-to-5 job. I love the company, but you know, it's not it's still though, this is like what brings me passion, you know, and it like fills my heart. So I think that's a fantastic way to still integrate your side hustle and actually like have it be kind of a business in a way for yourself.
You could be a real, imagine, I mean, I've got quite a lot of followers. Imagine me as a real content creator. Okay, I'm making all my normal content, but then on the side of that, on Subbed, on the same platform, I go and make a completely different character and then build her up because I know how to do it in a different niche. And then I've got multiple streams monetizing then. And then maybe if I decided to go and have a baby or I wanted to go off for 2 months, I've still got this, you know, virtual business running in the background that I don't have to worry about. Oh, I've got to shoot content of myself today. I've got to go and do my hair and my makeup and my lashes and find clothes. Just go on and click of a button, one shot generation with perfect fingers and toes.
This is amazing. I'm going to use this because you're right. Like it's when it's not your full blown like job, it is hard to keep that consistency.
So hard.
It's even if it is your full blown job, it's hard to keep the consistency because you're always thinking in the back of my head, I need to create content. I think you're actually tackling a problem a lot of people have. Yeah. A lot of content creators have. So is there any other, I think, other like ways you can use Subbed?
Other than being a real content creator and uploading your content, we've just thought of all the features that are currently missing on platforms. Like, I don't know how many pictures you take of yourself, but a lot of content creators, they'll go to Facetune or they'll go to FaceApp and they'll smooth and they'll change the makeup and they'll change the hair.
Girl.
You can just, bulk upload all your pictures onto Subbed, bulk smooth them all, bulk texturize them all. They're already sat there on site ready to go. And also open up a network of other content creators on there. So very much like Telegram and Discord's doing right now for those, for influencers. Yeah. You can meet other influencers that have the same amount of following as you, or, you know, you can do a share for share with them on their wall and it's all in-house. It's not gone off platform, black marketed, or you send me a bank transfer and I've photoshopped this. I've not actually got, it's all kept safely in-house that content creators can interact with each other. So it's just about providing all the solutions that need all the solutions for the problems that need to be fixed right now in the industry.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, if you started your career in 2015, so you know all the issues.
Younger than that. I think I started dancing on stage when I was about 4.
Oh, okay. Even
love an audience.
Yeah, love an audience. What's your horoscope? Sorry, I know this is like so
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo. Yeah. My God. Okay, all my best friends I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why we get along. Everyone says it's like, you say our horoscope, and you're like, that's why we get along. Because I know your horoscope. I get it.
I'm a typical Virgo. Very organized.
Typical Virgo. Okay. So I have a question more on the content creator side. So a lot of people would criticize or empower women who say, quote unquote, risque photos. OnlyFans, whatever it is, YouTube. They would say, like, there's two sides to it, right? You have, and they're very, I mean, one side is very extreme, but would say, like, how is that empowering when you have someone having skinless photos? On the other side of it, what my viewpoint is, well, first of all, their body, their choice. Even forget that argument aside. Forget that argument aside, but I actually think it's empowering. But I'm wondering from your perspective, you've been in this game for a while. What has been your perspective? And I'm sure you've gotten criticism on a lot. Yeah, I'm sure. And how do you kind of deal with the criticism? There's kind of two parts to the question.
Yeah, I just would... For anyone that doesn't know anything about content creation, and maybe they're listening right now, like, it's not easy to be a content creator. People just look on Instagram and they think, oh, just because she's fit, she's got 12k likes on that picture, and that's not what happened. Like, she has worked her arse off to get those likes. She's worked her arse off to make that type of money. So it's not, I just feel like people look down on maybe girls that are pretty and they just think, oh, you got that easily. Like, it doesn't happen easily. It's all about, like any career, like any profession, you have to learn your trade. You have 100%. To learn your career to actually be successful in this market. Criticism is something that I have faced probably a lot during my life. And I have to say my family is absolutely amazing. My dad is literally my idol. They've always supported me from being 4 and being on a stage right the way through my entire life. So amazing. I feel like I've always had the confidence to be able to do whatever I want to do, and they're entrepreneurs themselves, so it's always just been do what makes you happy. And everybody else, I think, because I've always hung around with content creators, and like I mentioned at the start, I had an ex-boyfriend that was a content creator that told me from day one, don't listen to them. The more hate you get, the better it is for you, because always. The more viral you're gonna go. Like, it doesn't matter if you get a viral video and you've got 1 million followers. It's about how many of those people are actually interacting with you. That's how you make money. You should only ever care about the money. You shouldn't really care about the vanity of it. Well, that's my opinion.
But, like, because I mean, like, yes, we were good. I tend to agree, like, with the criticism part of it, though, because I mean, I'm on a much smaller scale with my podcast, and I mean, actually, no, my podcast has 900,000 views, but in terms of like my visuals, because this is more sound, this is me interviewing people, so it's a bit different than my TikTok, my Instagram, where I have 20K and 12K, where I get criticism and I'm very micro compared to like
imagine
you
don't want to go through my YouTube comments.
I'm sure. So I remember when I would do, I was a dancer too from a young age. Yeah. So when I was on TikTok, I did all the viral dances back in 2020. We were all during like lockdown and stuff, and I would get so much hate on my body and this and that, and like at one point you kind of learn, right? I think women can adapt quicker than men. Like, not even just, I think it's a fact. I mean, I think we're able to adapt and be like, okay, this is what's happening to me. You almost go into survival mode and then learn how to deal with it. Have you, during your whole entire content creation career, was there ways that you dealt with it? Like, was it like, because I'm sure when you look at the comments, it can't always be like, fuck them, you know, but you can swear on this podcast. You know what I mean? Like, was there any kind of survival mode mechanism that you kind of had to instill in you?
Shutting off from the real world. And I feel like the more success you get as a content creator, the more you know, your friends will start to judge you. Your friends won't hang out with you because of what you do for a career. And I have faced that. I don't have a massive group of friends because those friends didn't ever have anything nice to say about me when I started to do what I do. So laughter has always been my way forward through the hate. Sometimes
you contagious laugh too, by the way. You really do. I'm like, oh my God, I'm happy now.
Sometimes you just read the comments, and someone always just said to me when I first started this, they were like, this person commenting, this guy commenting is a guy at home who is just jealous. He's fat, he's overweight, he doesn't have anything going on in his life. The only thing he can do is give you hate. And sometimes like the comment that really stuck in my mind, I don't know why, but for the whole of my life is I used to rent this house and there was like a fake fire in the wall, and I did a YouTube video in front of it, and someone just put underneath this video, they put fake teeth, fake tits, fake fire, full stop. And that's like, and I just laughed for like, honestly, about 20.
The fire is a little iconic though. Like,
because it was in front of a fake fire, and I think I'd just had my boobs done and like my teeth done, and I was just like, that was the turning point where I just thought, you're all so sad.
Yes.
You've got nothing to do.
Well, I think a big of it is jealousy.
Yeah.
And I think the way you're thinking about it, of like, this person is just at home behind a computer, probably super unhappy with what's happening in their life, and they're like, it's almost like they're projecting it onto you. They are. I have a question, because I talk about a lot on this podcast about like self-love and inner work, because I've been through my own journey. I went up and down with weight all my life, and then I finally like got to working within, to then working like with the kind of exterior follow the interior almost. What is your journey of self-love? What has that looked like? Because like, I mean, you can't lie, like validation from social media.
Yeah, of course.
It's right. It's a real thing. No matter who says, "Oh, I don't get validated." I mean, you can't help it not to get validated when you get like comments and likes that are like make you feel good. And I don't think we should have shame in that at all.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think the whole reason why social media dragged me in was because, you know, at a low point in your life, when you open your phone and you've got 1 million views on a video and you've got lots of positive comments, it kind of draws you in, it sucks you in, and it keeps you going, and it lifts your mood up sometimes when you're in a very dark place. And I feel like, you know, when I broke up with an ex-boyfriend years ago, when I was doing social media, I had social media and it sent me down a very black hole, very, very dark hole. And it was a bad place. It was a bad place to be. And I had to do a lot of work on myself. I had to go to counseling. And then she shone the light on the fact that that's what I was doing through social media. I was validating my happiness. And she was like, you need to go away and work on yourself. You know, it's not a great thing, but it's not a great thing that you use in social media to validate how happy you are that day. And then it was just a journey of, you know, learning to just be happy. And
it's like
social media's throwaway. I've been deleted so many times now. You can't let it dictate the whole of your life.
It's true though. Even as a content creator, you can't let it dictate. And I think a lot of like content creators, like I have a lot of like I grew up here, and so a lot of my influencer friends are like from the region, and like started their following small and like got greater and greater. I've had a lot of them on the podcast too to kind of discuss this topic, because as like someone like even like who's someone who has like 200 followers and just to post, you still have that validation thing from, so it doesn't matter how big or small your following is, you still get that validation from the likes and the comments. And I think it's hard to, and it's like an ongoing battle that like you have to like, it's from within, that happiness and that self-love.
It is, yeah.
It comes
it's
from within.
The laughter. If anyone's a content creator out there and they're getting down by the comments, just laugh it off.
Just laugh it off.
Just laugh. It's just fun at the end of the day.
It is fun. If you are, sorry to go back to subbed, if you are someone who wanted to sign up as a content creator or just to be on the platform, what would the steps be to get on the platform? Is there an approval process, or is just like, come on down. Come on down.
Come on down.
Come on down.
So we're launching the beta version with 10 content creators in 3 weeks. So the beta is going to be going live with me and some other influential content creators in a couple of weeks. And then thereafter, we're launching the full-scale site. You can come onto the platform, you know, you need your name, you need your email, you will have to do KYC to verify you are who you are.
Love that, by the way. That's fantastic. A lot of people underrate what a KYC is. No, got to do it for my bank every whatever.
Know your customer, yeah. Know your customer. And then we're just hoping to, we will gradually be scaling up.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, if we get too many people come on too soon, then we'll have a wait list, obviously, for creators to come on. Just because the AI technology that we're providing, those AI personal assistants that we're providing, takes a lot of compute power. We have to scale gradually and slowly just to make sure everything's working correctly. But we are only taking 20% from the real creator, just like most platforms out there. The AI personal assistant doesn't cost anything else. You get all of the AI technology for free, which is a big input from us on the business side. And from the AI creator, we'll take 25% just because of the technology and the compute power that's needed for that as well.
And also it helps the content creators.
Yeah.
Like, massively.
Everyone's like, what? You're only taking 25%? You don't charge those?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, because that's going to help them massively. But it goes back to your mission.
Exactly.
And vision.
Yeah.
It really goes, and I think like that 25% actually and that 20%, it both shows that you're staying true to your mission and vision. Yeah. Compared to maybe a lot of other platforms that are very like monetizing, money hungry, you know, when it comes to kind of feeding off content creators.
And you won't need to pay your manager as much money either anymore. So you'll keep more of your revenue. And make more money because of how it's going to upsell for you.
What about audiences? Like someone who isn't a content creator. Like, what does that process look like?
Someone that isn't a content creator. So on platform, we will have lots of discovery features. Okay. And like I said, you can collaborate and you can network with other creators as well, which will help people grow. For sure, it will help people grow. But there is also going to be a little area in there as well where you can learn about how to earn and how to grow further on the platform, which is my way of giving back to content creation. Like all my knowledge that's taken me 15 years to build up, longer to build up, is going to be out there for all those content creators to learn from.
That's amazing. There's like an educational
part of it too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go a little bit into dating.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna scare you into questions. I'm very open on this podcast. I think my audiences know every single detail of my dating life from my eyes, but it's so funny. Like I actually did an episode where I went on before my husband, where I went on Minder, which is the Muslim Tinder.
Okay.
Tinder, Bumble. I know, dying. I actually, like, they were like, one of the questions was like, do you drink? I'm like, yes. It puts
kicked off the platform.
It puts you in this like pool of like people. It was like 10 of us.
Don't want to go near them.
Okay, yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off. This is not for me. And like, I basically did an analysis of like, which is the best. It was on Hinge, it was on Raya, like which are the best ones, whatever. So I've been very open about my dating history, but I'm just curious, and I'm sure a lot of the listeners would be curious of being a content creator and having a partner.
Yeah.
I feel like could be so much that the partner, if they're not like a level-headed human,
mayhem,
right?
It's just
jealousy.
Mayhem.
If they're another content creator, like, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's so many layers, even more added pressure. I mean, if you look like a job of like a woman or a man being more successful than the other partner.
Yeah, that's hard as well.
That's already hard.
Yeah,
so I can't imagine you're also putting your life out there. What has been your experience and kind of how have you dealt with it? You can, of course, be as comfortable high level, low level as you want to, but I'm just curious how you've had to deal with it with previous relationships.
So I think that I have dated a few other like YouTubers, content creators, and I would say that is not the way to go.
Okay. You're like, first things first, let's get this sorted out.
Because it's kind of like, oh, whose video are we on today? We're on your video. Like, everyone knows your business. And then I went through a very public breakup, like with a guy that I dated, that I've dated 2 YouTubers. One guy that I dated that was a YouTuber, you know, when we broke up, it was extremely public, and it was literally like my comments daily, my Instagram daily, his comments, his Insta, can't even imagine because he's a lot bigger than me. But it does take a real you know, torment on your life, on your mental well-being. I think I didn't go outside for like 2 weeks because I was just scared of seeing people, because he was that big that you would walk down the street and people would recognize him and ask him for selfies. So it was hard to go back to work, because I was working as a dancer then, as everyone was like, oh, you're that girl that's just broke up with XYZ. So I would never do that again. I would never date a content creator.
Fair enough.
But then I didn't listen to my own words, and I started dating another YouTuber.
Famous last words.
And then he went on a first date with me, and he knew who I was, knew everything about me. And then he was like, yeah, I'm fine with the fact that you make OnlyFans content, you know, you do what you do for a living. And then probably a month in, I really liked this guy. Some of his followers had shared like a video or a picture of me to him. And he just freaked out completely and literally like rang me up, and I was at the pub, good old English pub.
The good old pub. McGinnigan's does not compare to what you probably have at home. I can tell you that for sure.
I was at the pub and went outside, took the call, and he was like, yeah, I can't like date you anymore. I can't see you anymore because like I don't like what you do for a living. And there's been loads of people that I've been on a first date with, and then, you know, you're not open with them about what you do. You know, you think, oh, I'll save that for date 2, see if I actually like the guy. And then they're just like, they can't get down with the fact that you're a content creator. So there's been a lot of heartbreak over that.
I can imagine, but I feel like it also weaves, because content creation is like your passion in it.
Yeah,
you can
it is
tell.
for sure.
Like, of course, stubbed is also your passion, but it's kind of like your startup story. You know, when you look at a founder's startup story, that is your story.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that you have people around you that like are, what you say is true to your authentic self. Like, I've had guys be so pissed off that I had a dating podcast and I would discuss openly, and I'm like, who cares? I'm not naming you by name.
Exactly.
B, like, you know, like, this is like who I am, authentic to my true self.
Yeah. And
so I can relate to that, and I can understand like it but it also weaves out the people that are like just not going to support you or be your cheerleader throughout your journey.
Exactly. Yeah.
What advice would you be to anyone wanting to start their content creation journey?
Do it.
Fuck
the haters.
Fuck the haters. I love it. Fuck the haters. Like, would there be like
my actual educational piece on that would have been fuck
the
haters.
All right, that's about it, y'all. Fuck the haters.
And that's about fuck the haters. Take some pictures.
Take some pictures. I love it.
No, my educational piece on that is, if people actually want to know how to be a content creator, I would say find a niche.
Yeah.
Number 1, find the niche. Find something that you really like, that you're good at, whether that be whatever aspect you're doing, fitness, you know, whatever you want your niche to be. Find a niche, stick to it. Next point would be consistency. Next point would be take good pictures and get good lighting.
I know, because like the TikTok like saved my entire existence for a long time. Like, invest, it's on Amazon, you know, like it's not that hard. What would you...
And network.
Yeah, network. I think so. A lot of the network that you've built is from going out, traveling the world, and just meeting different content creators.
The only way that I ever got on Sky Sports, the only way that I ever managed to go to these absolutely mental, you know, events and locations was through speaking to other girls that were in a similar industry to me and just working my way up to the top. It didn't happen like... I know you can do a lot online, but it didn't happen online. It actually happened by me going out of my comfort zone, going outside my house, networking with people, meeting people, and working my way up. There is a way to do it online. I do feel like that maybe takes a little bit longer, I don't want to say. But I definitely think if you want to be a content creator, go and collaborate with other content creators, because that's the way forward.
And I also feel like you can never be too old to start.
No, you never be too old to start.
Right? Like, I really don't think, like, okay, maybe 18 and up, but, like, maybe we'll put that disclaimer again, but, like, I really don't think you can ever be too old to start.
No,
like,
definitely
Because
not.
I think a lot of it's, like, the TikTokers are, like, 20, 21, 22, you know what I mean? But I'm, like, I'm still shaking my ass on TikTok, and I'm 30 years old, and I'm damn proud of it. You know what I mean?
I figure when Subbed is, you know, maybe I've sold it as $1 billion platform in 5 years' time.
It will be.
My next thing is going to be, you know, I'm going to be that fit mum. The one that does, like, pregnancy workouts. I'm going to be that mum. That's going to be me.
I love it. Well, like,
There's always a way to create content.
There's always a way to create, and like you just said, pregnancy workouts, like that's a niche. I have my friends I mean, like they're all like, we're all kind of thinking, we're already thinking our bodies post-pregnancy. You know what I mean? We're already thinking,
what can I do?
What can we do? We're like,
so much you can do.
I know, but
menopause, how to deal with menopause, recipes, health secrets. There's so many ways you could go with it.
There's so many ways.
My brain is just a YouTube titles factory.
It is. By the way, you just like mentioned, guys.
Roll them out.
Yeah. That's some money shots in there. I wanted to ask a little bit about OnlyFans.
Okay.
So do you, like, when you first heard about OnlyFans, did you kind of see this as like an opportunity for content creators to go and like kind of use it to their advantage, or kind of like, because it was one of the first platforms that kind of had that model, right?
2016.
2016, it kind of had that model. Like, first of all, how did you hear about it?
So I got recruited through WhatsApp. So OnlyFans.
WhatsApp? What?
Yeah, I know.
I was not expecting you to say WhatsApp.
So the way that they recruited a load of content creators is they worked on a referral fee basis, which we will be doing as well, by the way, guys.
That's a great idea. Yes, yeah.
So whoever they sign up, they get 5% of their earnings. So imagine you spot someone that's like, they're the next big thing, she's hot or whatever, you give them your referral code and you earn a percentage of their earnings for a year. So that's how I actually got recruited and onboarded onto OnlyFans, because I was making YouTube content, I was making Instagram content, I was doing all that. It wasn't making me anywhere near as much money as OnlyFans. So when someone then told me, okay, how about you go and sign up to OnlyFans, push your fans there, and you can charge whatever you want per month, it's like a no-brainer way. So that's how I basically got into OnlyFans.
So it's kind of from YouTube, OnlyFans, and then kind of now Subbed.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful journey, by the way. Like, I can see the journey and the evolution of it.
Yeah.
It sounds like Subbed, though, has always been in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I've always wanted to build do you know what? First of all, what I wanted to do was, in the back of my mind, I was like, I feel like one day I'm going to have this massive girl gang and we're going to like take over the world. Right. Have you ever seen the Fuel?
I love it.
The Fuel Girls are
Yes.
sick. Right. Okay.
Yes.
So I always wanted to be a Fuel Girl, but I was always too scared to get a tattoo. So the Fuel Girls always used to rock around in my circle, but I could never be one of them because I was never tattooed. Like, girls used to tattoo themselves to get into the Fuel Girls.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, wow. That's like commitment. That's a commitment on a different level. Maybe more than marriage.
So I always just had this vision, that one day, you know, I was going to create this massive girl gang, and I kind of have done that with Subbed, because it's about empowering content creators and bringing them onto the platform and, you know, doing my thing on there and making a big group of creators.
And that's your girl gang. I mean,
that's
coming.
my girl gang.
It's your girl gang. It's coming.
Pending.
It's
already built, to be fair. We've already onboarded hundreds of content creators and they're ready to go onto the platform.
They're just waiting for that.
Just waiting for it.
They're just waiting for the button, like,
yeah,
go.
Yeah, go.
Is there any final last words or message that you would want to say about Subbed, about you as a content creator? So maybe words of inspiration.
If you want to be a content creator, just do it. Just go for it. Come on to Subbed, though, if you're going to
Come on to Subbed. I was going to say, come on to Subbed. I will definitely link your socials in the show notes and everything. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming on, guys. Subscribe, follow. I'm back on YouTube because my husband agreed to edit all my videos. So,
oh my gosh, that's a win.
I know. I'm married right, girl. I'm married right.
How lucky you.
I know, right? I'll be back next week with a solo episode on my life transformation. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.
Bye.